Young and the Restless spoilers Wednesday, October 30th. Sharon Newman can't escape her inner conflict after hearing about Daniel's arrest. Despite her remorse, Sharon remains cool when facing Nick Newman, hiding all her worries behind a calm exterior. In her rare quiet moments, Sharon is tormented by a terrifying nightmare. She sees herself being held captive by Chance and Christine Blair. In the dream, evidence gradually emerges, incriminating her in Daniel's case. The nightmare culminates when Daniel and Phyllis appear, constantly criticizing and berating her. Sharon wakes up from the dream, trembling with the realization that guilt is haunting her, and the thought of continuing this fake life becomes unbearable. On the morning of the Young and the Restless, Sharon will sit on the stairs crying, breaking down in emotion and telling herself that she can't live like this forever. It was a rare moment of weakness for her, when her true self emerged from beneath her disguise. Christine Blair and Phyllis team up to free Daniel. While Sharon struggles, Christine succeeds in getting Daniel released on bail. She and Phyllis conspire at society to find a way for Daniel to escape. Although Christine is initially skeptical of Phyllis's theory that Sharon might be guilty, she finds it useful to create reasonable doubt in the eyes of the jury by naming Sharon and other suspects involved. Phyllis, still angry at Chance for arresting Daniel, sits down with Christine to hear some surprising news. Christine admits that, although she doesn't fully believe Phyllis's theory, they can still use Sharon as a means to create doubt. Determined to free her son, Phyllis asks Christine what she can do to help. After Christine offers to put aside all conflicts for Daniel's sake, Phyllis agrees to do everything she can to protect Daniel from the law. Diane Jenkins plots to take over Newman Enterprises and take down Jack and Kyle Abbott. At Newman Enterprises, Diane Jenkins is secretly plotting revenge, with the goal of seizing power and eliminating both Kyle Abbott and Jack Abbott. Diane proposes to Victor Newman that she replace Kyle and take charge of all of Glissade, as a counterattack against Jack and Kyle. She is determined to prove her loyalty to Victor and promises to provide him with evidence that she has completely turned her back on Jack and Kyle. Victor is interested but still asks Diane to prove her sincerity with a specific action. Diane assures him that she will prepare evidence for Victor to prove that she has completely switched sides. However, Victor does not know that Nikki will interrupt this meeting. Nikki, who already dislikes Diane, explodes with anger when Diane shows up at Victor's office. Victor, however, admits to Nikki that he was the one who summoned Diane. Victor's confession doesn't please Nikki, but he acts as if he's in complete control of the situation, despite Nikki's displeasure. Kyle Abbott and his inner conflicts about family and career. Meanwhile, Kyle Abbott, who is struggling with family and love conflicts, finds his father, Jack Abbott, at the bar. They raise a glass together, sharing their pent-up worries and emotions. Jack confesses that he's planning to bring Ashley Abbott back from Paris, but that he's also worried about the future and the family troubles that lie ahead. Kyle says he's considering moving in with his son, Harrison, to create a stable environment for him. Jack is pleased to learn that Kyle still intends to stay with the Abbott family. When Diane appears, the atmosphere becomes more tense than ever. Jack expresses his cold attitude and implies that Diane should leave town. Kyle, in anger, does not hesitate to advise his mother to return to the name Taylor Jensen because of the deceitful lifestyle she has been pursuing. Diane faces criticism from both Jack and Kyle, but she has no intention of giving up, further complicating the Abbott family relationship. Diane's plot, determined to overthrow everything to achieve her ambition. Diane is determined to pursue her revenge plan, despite the contempt of Jack and Kyle. She sees an opportunity to take over Glissade and prove to Victor that she is completely serious about switching sides. Diane does not care about Jack's objections or her son's resentful looks, as long as she achieves a higher position. For Diane, this is not only a struggle for power but also a personal revenge against those who have hurt her. Yonder spoilers reveal Diane's daring plan. She is trying to find every way to take him down. This famous nickname of hers was once the subject of gossip about Victor Newman, and now, it is a reminder of Diane's calculating past. The determination to get revenge seems to be rising in her, and this time the target is Victor, the man who has pushed her into misery many times. She is determined to pay the price for Mustache publicly and without mercy. Witnessing Victor and his partner Nikki Newman, Diane cannot hide her discomfort. It seems that each declaration of their true love ignites bitterness in her heart. Diane finds it strange that Victor and Nikki, after all the tragedies in their lives, can still continue to love each other like in the beginning. Those declarations of love only make her more determined to get revenge. In a shocking turn of events, Diane comes straight to Victor and Nikki's table at the Genoa City Athletic Club, GCAC, and reveals some difficult personal news, causing the atmosphere to become tense. Victor, who was not afraid to discuss Diane's life and marriage to Jack Abbott, makes a sarcastic remark. This is the last straw, causing Diane to be determined not to back down. Kyle Abbott, the child heavily influenced by his parents' schemes. Kyle Abbott is going through a tumultuous time in his life as he witnesses the rift between his parents, Jack and Diane. After being separated from the love of his life, Summer Newman, he is also under pressure from his parents' turbulent lives. Kyle and Summer's relationship, although broken, has not completely died down. The two are currently trying to maintain a good relationship for the sake of their son Harrison Abbott, something that both Kyle and Summer put first. But with his mind already in turmoil, Kyle is shocked by Jack and Diane's ugly confrontation at GCAC. Watching his parents engage in bitter public fights, he realizes that he is in more turmoil than ever. The scene hits Kyle hard, making him realize the impact of his recent decisions and the dire consequences they have caused. Jack and Billy, the conspiracies and secrets behind Jack and Diane's breakup. While Kyle is in turmoil, Jack Abbott makes headlines with a cryptic conversation with his younger brother, Billy Abbott. Although Jack appears to be on the rocks with Diane, no one can be sure that the breakup is real. Billy is suspicious, and the audience wonders, did Jack lie to his brother about breaking up with Diane just to hide a bigger plot? Jack is a schemer and will use any means necessary to achieve his goals. If the breakup with Diane is just part of a plan to manipulate Victor or to achieve another goal, things will get tense and dramatic. Billy's doubts about the authenticity of Jack's words make everyone more curious about Jack's true intentions. Is this a subtle move in a risky plot to overthrow him, or just a way for Jack to hide his true feelings? A fractured family and complex intrigue in Diane's life. With the return of Diane Jenkins, life in Genoa City will no longer be peaceful. Diane is no longer the easy-to-bully woman she used to be, and she does not hesitate to use any means to achieve her goals. Returning to her old nature, Diane not only causes trouble for Victor but also puts Jack and Kyle in a difficult position. Kyle will have to face the truth that his relationship with Summer may never be the same again, despite their efforts for Harrison's sake. And Jack, Kyle's father, may not be completely trustworthy either, as his life is always accompanied by complex plans and conspiracies. Diane, Victor, Jack, and the members of the Abbott family will face tensions and dramatic events in the coming time. Will Diane achieve her goals? Will Kyle choose family or love? And Jack, can he deceive everyone and carry out the plot he has cherished? Their lives in Genoa City are becoming a big stage for secret battles, and the audience will not be able to take their eyes off the upcoming dramatic developments. Complicated relationships, hatred and conspiracies are turning the lives of the characters in Genoa City into a fascinating stage. Diane returns with strength and determination for revenge, pushing Victor and the Abbott family into an endless war. Kyle, caught between love for Summer and family chaos, must face painful choices. And Jack, with hidden plans, is gradually carrying out his plan, regardless of whether he has to confront Billy or not. Subscribe to Yonder for the latest news.